evening and welcome to the evening news for today, Tuesday, July 19, 2022. I am Jemima Holmes. Thank you for tuning in. Now let's take a look at some of the lead stories tonight. CCJ to set date for ruling on dismissal of election petition 99. US $45 million PASHA Global Blue Bridge Hotel to come on stream by 2024. New modernistic laws will form balance in justice system, says NANDLALL. 5,000 house lots to be allocated this week, says CROAL. And government actively seeking investors to develop world-class eco-resort. Now for the news in detail. The Caribbean Court of Justice today heard oral submissions in the consolidated appeal of the Court of Appeal ruling that it has jurisdiction to hear arguments in the dismissal of Election Petition 99 of 2020 by the High Court for late and improper service. Gerald Bryan tells us more.
The proceedings started with Attorney-at-Law Kashir Khan, representing Shazam Ali of the Citizen Initiative, being denied the chance to enter oral submissions. This is because he did not send in written submissions within the stipulated time or an application for an extension of time. According to Khan, however, he was quarantined at the time and thus unable to follow the procedure. However, the court did not find favor with this explanation, and as a consequence, Khan was barred from filing written submissions or making oral ones. When proceedings got underway fully, Attorney General and Senior Counsel Anil NANDLALL argued that the Monica Thomas matter could not be appealed because they do not meet the procedural threshold.
Here is a pure question of whether the appeal lies or not. And I dare say, Your Honor, there is nothing on the record that establishes a right of appeal as is being argued by the respondent. The respondents have abysmally failed to establish that statutory right of appeal. They seek refuge in the ordinary Court of Appeal Act, and that is not available to them. In fact, the policy of the Court of Appeal Act itself prohibits the hearing of appeals that are not of a final nature.
However, Trinidadian Senior Counsel John Jeremy, who represents the petitioners, argued that there is a right of appeal in the circumstances. However, Justice Winston Anderson questioned exactly where in Article 163 of the Constitution allows for the right to appeal the procedural dismissal of an election petition.
Just for my edification, where is it in 163 that you were proposing to locate the right of appeal? As you said, the Court of Appeal did not see it your way, but you're advancing that ground before us. So where exactly are you referring us to? Because when I look at the various items in 163.1, it is not immediately obvious to me where it is that you are proposing that the right to appeal resides.
The argument, as I understood it, went like this, that you had certain exceptions.
Meanwhile, the CCJ will send notice to the parties involved on what date they will issue their ruling. Gerald Bryan, The Evening News.
The sod has been turned for a spanking new US $45 million PASHA Global Blue Bridge Hotel to be constructed at Liliendale, Greater Georgetown, which will come on stream by 2024 and will feature approximately 200 rooms. Here is Gerald Bryan again with the details.
Blue Bridge Incorporated Project Director Lalit Sharma explained that the project would be constructed in phases. This particular sod turning at the hotel site in Liliendale was for the first phase, which would be completed by 2024.
So we'll be doing this project with the scheduled and phase-wise manner. In end of 2024, we will be having our first phase launch. That will be with 150 keys, and another phase will be completing by another year, 2025. The way I said, overall potential is around 0.65 million square feet. In that, the first phase of around 0.25 million square feet will be completed by 2024.
Meanwhile, Assets Director for Bluebridge, Sankit Balchi, spoke of the smooth time the company had in interfacing with government agencies. This includes the Central Housing and Planning Authority, CHMPA, and the Environmental Protection Agency, EPA.
It's such a wonderful staff or such a wonderful people you have working for you. I can vouch for them because most of my experience has been at the lower level of all the government agencies, be it GPA, be it GWI, EPA, CHPA. Most of these organizations, when I visited, most of the staff were very helpful. They were very polite. They were understanding, accommodating. They would always give in to all the doubts that I had and solve all my issues. So most of the things were done very smoothly, and I'm thankful for that. When I had this experience, I understood one thing. You have a set of strong people working for you, and I think I have no doubt in my mind this set of people will definitely emerge into the growth story of Guyana.
A number of key officials attended the sod-turning ceremony, including President Dr. Irfan Ali, Attorney General Anil Nandlall, and Tourism Minister Onish Walron. Also attending was GoInvest CEO Dr. Peter Ramsaru. PASHA Global was founded in Suriname and operates hotels and casinos in a number of countries. It already has a presence in Guyana through its Carnival Casino on Church Street, which opened in December 2020. Jarrell Bryan, The Evening News.
Guyana Shorebase Inc. has inked an 11-year extension contract with SO Exploration and Production Guyana Limited, an ExxonMobil affiliate, for the provision of shore-based management and operational services. The contract, which will run until 2033, builds on the previous contract which was awarded to the company in 2017 and comes to an end in August this year. Amar Prasad reports.
In the past 5 years, GISB has directly invested over US $300 million in enabling port infrastructure, real estate development, warehousing, and support services, has recruited, trained, and certified more than 1,000 Guyanese for key operational positions within the industry. At an event on Saturday to commemorate the milestone, Guyana's Natural Resources Minister Vikram Bharat lauded the signing of the 11-year extension contract between the company and ExxonMobil. He noted that GISB has become a prime example of what is possible for Guyanese businesses in the country's relatively new oil and gas sector. Executive Director of GISB, Robin Munishwar, stated that the contract extension builds on 5 years of significant and continuous investment, hard work, training, and development of the local capacity to create a world-class facility that meets the specialized needs of the oil and gas industry.
The first 5 years that we've completed, or about to complete actually in August, were quite challenging for us. And I have to say Exxon were true partners with this. They worked with us as we developed, and because we were starting from scratch in a country that had no oil and gas experience, no oil and gas infrastructure. So there was severe challenges there. As we developed, Exxon raised the standards on us, raised the bar on us, and this is where we're at right now. I want to say that we got an 11-year extension because we earned it. It wasn't handed to us on a platter. What we developed at Shorebase is something that we're very proud of.
ExxonMobil Guyana's logistics manager, Haley Gilbert, said GISB continues to offer comprehensive services that are crucial to the company's day-to-day operations and has progressively matched its growth and need for additional space with a move over to its 70-plus acres industrial estate and the commissioning of 2 heavy lift berths later this year. Gilbert highlighted that GISB remains critical as ExxonMobil Guyana advances its plan to responsibly develop Guyana's oil and gas resources.
Signing a decade-plus agreement shows the long-term commitment between these two business partners. Our relationship has grown over the years as GISB has been our conduit from the onshore to the offshore operations, a logistics hub providing us with world-class services, including drilling and production operation support, waste management, and storage. As the demand for support services has grown, it was clear that the expansion was necessary, and GISB has responded to grow the multi-user facility that we see today, supporting the specialized needs of an oil and gas industry here in Guyana.
For the evening news, I'm Mark Prasad.
Do stay with us. More news ahead.
Sunshine snacks, cheese balls, grab a sunshine, double cheese balls. We are crunch on a cheese balls. Mommy, daddy, nickel pick, double cheese balls. Sunshine snacks, cheese balls, grab a sunshine snack, cheese balls. Love cheese in every bite, flavor in every crunch. Extra cheese, we love it so much. Love cheese in every bite. Grab a sunshine, double cheese balls. We are crunch on a cheese balls. Mommy, daddy, nickel pick, double cheese balls. Sunshine snacks, cheese balls.
Grab a Sunshine Snacks Cheese Puffs today. More cheese, more flavor.
Your child needs nutrients every day. Enfagrow has DHA and iron, which supports your child's mental development. Enfagrow has components which cow's milk does not contain. Support your toddler's growth and complement their diet with Enfagrow. Let's fuel the wonder.
This product is not intended to be a substitute for breast milk. Mental development depends on various factors such as stimulation and adequate nutrition. Commercial cow's milk does not contain DHA but contains calcium and other nutrients.
We asked two families, which antibacterial soap do you buy?
Any. They're all the same.
I always buy Protex.
And why is that?
Because Protex reinvented antibacterial soaps. Its formula is fortified with flaxseed oil to boost your skin's natural antibacterial defenses.
And it keeps on working throughout the day.
Wow. Can I have a Protex?
Naturally.
Protex, for the good health of the skin.
Planning a cleanup? We can help. Sevon's Waste Management skip bins can be provided for home renovation projects, yard cleanups, or construction sites. It's simple. Step 1, just pick up the phone and give us a call. Step 2, we deliver the skip bin size of your choice. Step 3, load the skip with all of your junk. And finally, Step 4, we take it all away. It's that simple. Bins are also available in various sizes, so there's no job that's too big or too small. Call Sevon's Waste Management today at 218-1455 or 218-11.
Official sponsors of the International Building Expo 2022.
Looking to bring your dream home to reality or simply taking on a home improvement project? Then National Hardware Limited is where you should start. Let us put that touch to your home. Choose from over 1,000 Berger Paint original hues for any surface. We are known for our trusted brands such as Westinghouse, Philips, Satco, Rubbermaid, Pyrex, Gibson Home, and so much more. National Hardware Limited, your do-it-best store, located in downtown Georgetown and industrial site Rheinveld.
Your child needs nutrients every day. Enfagrow has DHA and iron, which supports your child's mental development. Enfagrow has components which cow's milk does not contain. Support your toddler's growth and complement their diet with Enfagrow. Let's fuel the wonder.
This product is not intended to be a substitute for breast milk. Mental development depends on various factors such as stimulation and adequate nutrition. Commercial cow's milk does not contain DHA but contains calcium and other nutrients.
official sponsors of the International Building Expo 2022.
Welcome back. You're watching the evening news. Guyana has recorded 86 new cases of the novel coronavirus, taking the total positives detected to date to 69,058. There are 26 persons hospitalized, 4 of whom are in the ICU, while 886 individuals are isolating at home, and 1 person is in institutional quarantine. A total of 66,875 persons have recovered from the virus, while the death toll is 1,267. Recognizing that government has been churning out legislation since it entered office, Attorney General NANDLALL has shared that such modern laws would create the necessary balance in the delivery of justice. Find out more in this Rupasina report.
The Legal Affairs Ministry, in partnership with the United States Department of State, Bureau of International Narcotics and Law Enforcement Affairs, and the National Center for State Courts, recently collaborated for the Guyana Asset Recovery Workshop. It was designed to develop and implement multi-agency asset recovery best practices. Attorney General NANDLALL, in his address, underscored that government has been taking strides with the introduction of new bills to ensure that the judicial system is equipped to meet new challenges.
At the level of the government, we continue to churn out legislation after legislation with, I dare say, commendable speed. So much so that the Guyana Bar Association, with whom we partner regularly to solicit and elicit their views and contributions, have been complaining that they can't keep up with the pace.
He pointed to legislations in the pipeline like the bail bill, touting it as advanced, modern, and strikes a balance.
And the law of bail requires a balance of those competing interests. And I believe that that bail bill strikes a balance in the most modern expression.
The AG also acknowledged the restorative justice bill that will be tabled, regarded as another modern concept that is not institutionally known to Guyana's system but advanced in other jurisdictions. While the criminal proceedings in the administration of justice is ongoing, this will allow for trained personnel to delve into the background of the accused.
As the government pushes to accelerate its massive housing drive to provide 50,000 house lots to Guyanese by the year 2025, some 5,000 house lots will this week be allocated, according to Minister of Housing and Water Colin CROAL. Here is Shane Marks with this story.
This week, the Ministry of Housing and Water will commence the allocation of some 5,000 house lots along the east coast of the Damawara.
Starting this Saturday, in under 9 months, we are expecting to be allocating another 5,000 house lots on the East Coast.
The minister pointed out that over the past 18 months, the government has been accelerating its massive housing drive as it moves towards delivering on its manifesto promise of providing 50,000 house lots to Guyanese by the year 2025.
Take into consideration a number of the areas, for example, Vigilance, Strathspey, Monrepo, LBI, a number of those areas. We have, in under 18 months, on the East Coast alone, we have allocated close to 4,750 lots.
Additionally, he said that the ministry is acquiring lands for new housing developments from the Guyana Lands and Surveys Commission and the Guyana Sugar Incorporated to meet the housing demands in Region 4.
And the infrastructure work that is required to ensure that we are able to develop these new areas will cost billions of dollars.
Shane Marks, The Evening News.
The Ministry of Tourism, Industry and Commerce is actively seeking investors to develop a world-class eco-resort to meet the demands of Guyana's growing tourism industry. Here is Shane Marks again with the details.
During the groundbreaking ceremony for a multi-million-dollar hotel at Liliendal, President Dr. Irfan Ali said that the Ministry of Tourism, Industry and Commerce is actively seeking investors to develop a world-class eco-resort in the country.
The government is committed to doing in its framework for development to support these type of investment. We are actively pursuing investors to develop in Guyana a world-class, one-of-a-kind eco-resort. We are actively pursuing this.
The eco-resort will be linked to the sun, sand and sea concept, where persons will experience luxurious accommodations and other world-class amenities.
This eco-resort will be linked to the sun, sand and sea. That is why we are building strong partnership with Barbados. Because if you have a family of 10, 7 might want to go to an eco-resort, but 3 might want to go on the beach. We have to be able to have a product that delivers to a wide section of the market. And that is what we're working on.
He added that the government is also crystallizing the idea of a one-of-a-kind rainforest safari development that will offer fascinating nature adventures. 500 acres of land have been proposed along the Linden-Soesdijk Highway for this project.
You go to the US, they have Disney World. You go to, I think, Singapore, they have the night safari. You go to the Middle East, they have the day safari. What we want to create, we already have some of the giants of the world here. We want to look at 500 acres of land in this natural environment along the Linden-Soesdijk Highway and to create a one-of-a-kind rainforest safari. It will be the first in this region, and that will create demand by itself.
The president further pointed out that another area of focus will be to promote Guyana as a health and education hub for the region and as a premier destination for wellness tourism, which is dubbed one of the largest growing sectors in the world. Shane Marks, The Evening News.
And now for a look at the bridge reports.
The Demerara Harbor Bridge is scheduled to be closed on Wednesday, July 20th. At 23 hours for a period of 1.5 hours. Meanwhile, the Berbice River Bridge is scheduled to be closed on Wednesday, July 20 at 9 hours 30 for a period of 1.5 hours.
Let's now take a look at the local stock exchange market compliments of GASI. Fans jump at opportunity to get CPL tickets early, and President Ali meets with CASA athletes. Details of these stories and more in the Sportcast, sponsored by MacCorp, coming up on the other side of the break.
Superbet, com certeza a sua melhor escolha. Com mais de 200 jogos online com Superbet, você aposta para ganhar. Cadastre-se hoje, tá esperando o quê? Basta acessar o www.superbet.gy. Clicar em registrar e você já está apto a participar. Lembrando que o Superbet não é recomendado para menores de 18 anos.
Your child needs nutrients every day. Enfagrow has DHA and iron, which supports your child's mental development. Enfagrow has components which cow's milk does not contain. Support your toddler's growth and complement their diet with Enfagrow. EnfaGrow. Let's fuel the wonder.
This product is not intended to be a substitute for breast milk. Mental development depends on various factors such as stimulation and adequate nutrition. Commercial cow's milk does not contain DHA but contains calcium and other nutrients.
Official sponsors of the International Building Expo 2022.
Traveling soon? Then come into John Lewis Styles on Waterloo Street and let's help you choose the right set of luggage. You can choose to buy 3-piece luggage sets, or separate pieces, but the sets are always a better deal. Either available in soft poly, or ABS hard side material, with 4-wheeled spinners, and in many colors too. Also available are carry-on luggage, computer bags, duffel bags, backpacks, travel pillows, blankets and lots more to make your trip enjoyable. John Lewis Styles. Simply different.
Official sponsors of the International Building Expo 2022.
Over the years, ISG has been providing all sectors across Guyana with quality products and outstanding customer service. Proud distributor of NP and Ultra lubricants, engineered for tropical conditions. International trucks and parts, leading the change. SEM Machinery, a Caterpillar brand. SKF bearings and mounted products. Napa batteries. Tide power generators. Discover the greatest source of power. Industrial Supply of Guyana Inc. The best opportunity to make the right choice.